And before I forget, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share this video with your family and friends. And let's get some work done. Here's the angle iron that he got. You can see how thick it is. And layer feed, because now the chickens are starting to lay the eggs. As soon as you get your first egg, you have to switch to that feed. So hopefully we'll get more eggs real soon. We saw Rusty doing his little dance today, so he is being a good rooster and dancing before he does his thing. Well, I've had my nap. I'm rearing to go. It's my favorite time of day. And I'm going to put some work clothes on and go trim the tomatoes first and then get some brush and grass cut, hopefully, if I don't run out of steam. The one thing I wanted to show you too is I'm making another batch of kombucha today. I have to boil my tea when I come inside and replenish this with my tea, but I made 2 bottles with the haskap juice that I made and 2 bottles with pineapple juice. So I'm really happy about that. That'll be ready to drink tomorrow, and got a lot of stuff, little things to get done in the house, but I'm going to go outside while it's my favorite time of day and get some stuff done out there. Got to get those tomato plants done for sure, and the cage is on. So, and my assistant is available to help me with that, so get that done and then I can go play with my favorite toy, the DR brush mower, well, string trimmer. We saw this method of reinforcing the windows in a video online, and that's what Chris has been doing with the sill on this window, and he's got the other part right there that he's doing for the top, and then he bolted through all the way along here. The chickens were coming in here, and he just had to go and wash his bin of screws out because they pooped in his screws. This is free-range chicken. There's poop everywhere now. I'm gonna go do the tomatoes now. You can also see Chris has got the cripples under the window, and we've just clamped this top one in place, and he's trying to get the screws into this, well, these things, self-tapping, and it's really tough, so he's going to get a drill bit or screws. So once he has this side part reinforced, the top done the sides, then he can put the extra studs in the side here that would normally go on either side of an opening. Kind of like the bathroom window here. You always have your cripples under the window for extra support. So this here is your cripple, and then you've got a stud right beside it. Whether it's, you know, even if this was 16 inches on center, usually you have the stud beside and your cripple underneath your windowsill. And then you've got your short one right there. A lot of the plants did get some hail damage, but I don't think it's that big a deal. Like I say, I'm gonna do these tomato plants again. I'll set up the camera again. I'm pretty sure everybody's bored by now with my trimming of the tomato plants. But for anybody that missed it or cares, I'll set it up again. said, this is something that I saw years ago. I think it might have been in a magazine. But this is the way they said to trim the plants. You take the branch underneath the blossom and cut it off. So that's what I'm doing. The chickens, of course, are following me, even though I don't want them in the garden. So I'll distract them by throwing these branches to them. Hopefully, my goodness, these ones are thick. And again, it was only a few days ago that I did this. Of course, my battery died as soon as I started trimming the tomatoes, so since I have to walk all the way back here, I'm taking my big rubber boots off and putting my garden shoes back on. Those things are so hot, and I like to wear them for clearing the brush, but not any other time. My feet get so hot. So anyway, let's go back out. Half the chickens are in the garden now because they like to follow me. Look at this nuisance. Rusty and his harem. So, get back to clearing those tomatoes, my goodness. I think you can see well enough what I'm doing from there. Oh, they love the cabbage or the cauliflower, whichever it is. Oh my goodness. Go on, you guys. Get. You, get out of the cauliflower, you rotten chicken. Get. If I chase them, they'll usually run through the fence. Oh. And then the lettuce. Go on, Rusty. Get your girls and get out of here. Go on. Go on. Get. This one. Come on, you. Come on. No, the other way. Go. Go. Good. Come on. Rusty, go get your girls. Oh, look at this. I get one out. And another one comes in. This one's in the lettuce. That one's in the peas, which I figured it was them killing the peas. Go on, you. Get. Go. Go. Go on. Go on. Get. Ah. Go on. Go on. You too, Rusty. Come on, Rusty. Here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. That was ridiculous. My goodness. Rusty's too big to go through the fence now, so he goes back and forth and back and forth. Finally, I lifted the fence up for him. Big dummy. Oh, let's see if we can get these tomato plants done. So, oh dear. I keep forgetting about this one now because it's hidden by this crazy squash plant. So you can see, I'm trying to find the blossom basically, and then cut the one underneath the blossom. I worked up a sweat chasing those silly chickens. I wonder if it might be easier for you to see what I'm doing. You can see how there's a blossom right here. So I'm cutting the branch underneath the blossom. Again, you can see a blossom right there. So I'm cutting the branch underneath the blossom. Some of these are so thick already. Again, blossom there and there. So I'm cutting this big one here off. There's blossoms right in there, so I'm cutting that big off. Maybe it is better showing you from above like this. There's a blossom there and there, so I'm taking this big guy off, and I'll take this little one off while I'm there. And this is a good one, you can see. There's a blossom there, so I'm taking this guy off. And here's a good example. Blossom right there, so I'm taking the big one underneath off. And again, same thing down there. That one at the bottom of the plant can come off too. Oh dear. This is hard on us old people being on the ground. And again, you can see there's a blossom right there where I'm pointing. So I'm going to take the one underneath off. This one I want off, but I've got to get in there. There's actually a little tomato right there. Again, here's another one. So blossoms right here. Sorry, I gotta point it. The blossoms right there. So I'm taking the one underneath it off. I think I'll just show you what they look like afterwards, because it's really hard to hold the camera, and I think probably most of you get what I'm doing by now. But now look at this one. It looks so funny because there's two big tomatoes. Now those devil chickens will probably come and peck them. But anyway, I'm gonna get the rest of these done, and it's getting late, so don't know if I'm gonna get brush done. I might have to do it in the morning before it gets hot. Now this one, I couldn't even tell there was tomatoes in there, and they're pretty good size too. So that's how thick these plants are. And like I said, if what I'm doing wasn't good for them, that one's got a decent sized tomato plant on it too, and it looks like a tiny plant. But if what I was doing was going to kill them, it certainly would have killed them by now. But they keep coming back like this a few days or a week later. So I'm just going to keep doing it. Well guys, I am whooped. I only have one tomato plant left to do, and I'm quitting. Tired out. But I just thought I'd show you again. I took the cages off these. Now you can see lots of tomatoes that you couldn't see before. And you can see again how absolutely butchered. So that, like, the ground is just covered by their branches that I've tossed away. I didn't take these big cages off because Chris did use the staples from the fabric to put them down. And some of the branches I had a hard time getting them inside the cage, but that's the other thing that's easier to do once you get them trimmed. This one's really tall. I think this is the beefsteak one. These first two, yeah, this must be the beefsteak, because this one is the one that's got the little black tomatoes on it, which is really weird. This one might be hard to get some of those branches inside the cage now. Oh, I know it hasn't been a week since we did that. All the chickens are going in, getting their spot for the night. Rusty's still out. Rusty seems to be staying out in that cupboard area some nights, and Chris just leaves the door open a bit for him. Maybe he doesn't want to be in there with 24 women. I don't know. He's been very frisky today though. So that's all the tomato plants butchered again, and I'm done for the day. Time to go have a shower and get ready for bed. Anyway, thanks for coming along. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share this video with your family and friends. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.